Welcome to Hands on Bourbon, where I review bourbon that I get my hands on. And today we have some Henry McKenna 10-year bottled and bond. And I swear, for the longest time, without any research done really, I thought that the Henry McKenna bottle had, something to do with Bottledinbond, which is absolutely not true. Once I got even deeper into bourbon and researched everything that I currently know, I found out who it was, the date, how long it took. I think the thing that got me was the fact that it's a 10-year, and the person that started the Bottledinbond Act, it took them 10 years. So that is why I associated Henry McKenna 10-year with the creation of the Bottledinbond Act, which is why all Bottledinbond has this nice little tax stamp right here. So let's get into it. Henry McKenna 10-year Bottledinbond. I haven't seen this on a secondary market, which, not that I want to see it, but why not? Why not Henry McKenna? I like it. I like it a lot. I wish that it was still at the price that I used to buy it. This last hike from $35, which, I don't know, when as everything was getting a little bit more and more popular, I ended up buying about 10 of these for about $35, and kind of glad I did, because now they're at $70, and at $70, maybe when I run out, I might pay $70 for it. It is 10 years. It's Bottledinbond. Actually, that is a good subject to bring up. So, Old Fitzgerald every year comes out, I believe, with 2, maybe 3 releases of their Bottledinbond, and that's also from the same company, Heavenhill, and theirs ends up being at least, let's say, $100, maybe $110, but they're, I don't know, maybe $150 plus, and that's that they've released an 8-year. I believe it was 2023 that they released an 8-year. I can't remember the MSRP on that one, but Old Fitzgerald, if you're new to bourbon or to this channel, Old Fitzgerald is pretty expensive. It's an awesome bourbon. It's a weeded bourbon. I was just telling my friend the other day, I was like, man, I was thinking about Weller and Pappy. I was like, man, I really wish they would come out with a Bottledinbond weeded bourbon. As soon as I finished that sentence, I was like, oh, Fitzgerald. Both started laughing. But yeah, the Henry McKenna is one of the 2 bottles, the 2 allocated bottles that I got to try when I first got into bourbon. And being that Henry McKenna's 50, I think Blanton's is 46. I really liked Henry McKenna. Before I got into whiskey in general, I was into, because I still am, into beer, and I loved high proof stuff. So when I heard there was a 50, I was like, well, gotta try that. I tried this, and it is incredibly just full on candy. I don't get any alcohol burn, it being a 50. I've also really enjoyed 60 plus 70 plus ABVs, and this one's still a good bourbon. Let's get into it. It's like a baked caramel nose, a little bit of banana nut bread, baked vanilla too. Now the taste gets a little bit of a raw vanilla, a charred, not over charred, but let's say like a lightly charred caramel. A little bit of oak, tiny bit of oak. Not crazy oak, just, you know, tiny bit of oak and red apple. A crispy red apple. It's a long finish. Now it's a long caramel barrel finish. Caramel and just that oaky barrel finish. That is good. I don't know. Maybe I would pay the new MSRP on this. It's a 10-year. It is a Bottledinbond. I might. I think I might. But so I honestly don't get it. Like I've heard that there are bourbon trades out there, and I never hear about Henry McKenna being a bourbon that ever gets traded, wanted. It's not really sought after for any reason. But it did take that MSRP hike, and I was like, well, come on, guys. There was no secondary for this. If there was no, and by the way, that MSRP hike was pretty much just double, which sucked. I mean, if it would have went to like $40 or 45, I'd still wouldn't even be considering or not considering getting it. But dang, they doubled the MSRP. Maybe it's just because it is a 10-year. There's other bourbons out there that are slowly climbing. Say Eagle Rare, and Eagle Rare that's at 45%. This one's at 50, and Eagle Rare was, I think, under 30, jumped up to like 30, 32, 35. Now it's at like 37, and at 37, I'm a little bit hesitant on that one, but we'll get to that one on a different day. So, is Henry McKenna worth $70? When I run out and it's still $70, I'd get another one. I would. Well, anyways, you guys know what to do. The comments. And if you like it, you also know what to do. But whatever it is that you do, don't subscribe. Just enjoy.